I just kind of want to make this video more about motivation and not so much about wood carving. We're all human. So the bottom line is we're all human. We're all artists. You. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Sure am. Some people are born like better painters. Some people are born better wood carvers. Some people are born with the natural gift of art. But so say for example, you wash your car, you're awesome at washing your car, you'll spend all day on it. How's that not art? You know, when you're in high school or whatever your job, or you have to do an essay or a report. How's that not art? You put all your energy into it and you're trying to do a good job. So same with wood carving, you put all your energy into it and you try and do a good job. The more that you do, the better that you're going to get. I'm speaking to all of you, but I'm speaking for myself. I'm not a naturally born artist. The more I do, the better I get. I don't think I'm great. I'm still a beginning wood carver, and I'm just trying to motivate all you. If you try painting, for example, this is how I got into wood carving. My paintings, I can't stand them. If you try painting and you're not good at it, try wood carving. I guarantee, get yourself a dremel, get yourself some saber-tooth or Kutzall burs. Don't use a dremel burs for wood carving, because you're just wasting your money and you're wasting your time. There is a couple dremel burs that I use, but get yourself the Kutzalls or the saber-tooth burs, and then you're going to really open up the wood a lot faster, and it's going to make a lot more sense to you. I hated painting because I couldn't say I wanted to paint this face, which I couldn't do, but I couldn't make it look round, because you have to do the shading. I couldn't make it look roundish. But when you're wood carving, it's easier to make it look round because you're removing the wood and it actually is round. You're not trying to fool with somebody's mind, which painting is fooling somebody's mind, making it look round. Like this face is kind of round. See? I couldn't do that painting, but I'm telling you one thing. I can do it wood carving, and I think most of you should give it a try too. And don't be afraid of what people think, okay? Do not be afraid. Who cares what people think? Just find something that you love to do, find a hobby, and your life's really going to change for the best, okay? Because say if your back's hurting, or if you're feeling sick, or you're upset about something, your wife just left you, your husband just left you, or whatever it is, do your art and you'll forget about the problems that you have, right? All right. So this one's going to be Spirit of the Eagle. My eagles, and this is so I carved the wood. This is alder wood, piece of dry alder wood I got, I think last year. Let's see, where am I going here? Okay, hold on, I got to press pause. So I carved this wood spirit down lower here. If you want to learn how to carve wood spirit, I got tons of videos, but you got this whole top here to what you want to carve. You can carve a fantasy house, you can carve a bear, you can carve a pig, you can carve a goat, you can carve a squirrel, you can carve a friggin' killer whale if you want to carve. You can carve whatever you want to do. For me, I'm going to carve a eagle's head in there. My eagle heads look more like the Muppets. The Muppet eagle. If you Google Sesame Street. But today I'm going to try and not make it look like a Muppet eagle. So it's just going to be an eagle head up here. And this guy doesn't have a forehead yet because I haven't decided, because my mind's not opening up to it yet. Once I get the eagle head drawn, it's going to be facing this way. Or should I do it this way? Doesn't matter. Once I'll draw it on, I'm going to carve it out, and then we'll try and blend everything together. Like give this guy his hair it's a friggin' wood spirit. It's not a real person's face, right? It's a friggin' spirit of the wood. I can make my swoosh lines come down his nose and cut out his lip and do whatever I want to do. That's what I'm saying. Do what you want to do, and who gives a shit, right? Okay. Before I start drawing it on, I'd like to thank my good friend from Vancouver Island, Larry Dibbs, for this new dusk mask I got. Yep. I don't know. I think it's Amazon one. But here's the make. I've been using it, and it works out. It's working pretty good for me. GVS. Newish ellipse. What does that say? GVSNOISH. Anyways, thanks, Larry. Works good. Okay, so this alder wood here is a whiter type of wood, and it's super common around here. I think it's a hardwood, but it's not really hard for me because I've carved crazy, the hardest wood in the world. So you got to think of like how you want this to go, basically. So I'm going to start off with a pencil, which I really rarely do. So let's see here. So there will be our center line. I don't even know what I'm doing here. So myself, I think eagle's beak is bigger than smaller. I'm influenced a lot by Native Americans artwork, so well, that's why their beaks are pretty big. So then this will be the thing here, and we'll put our eyes here. I got to make the head more round. That's what I need to do. So then this can just kind of go off. I don't know. It's just going to really open up once I start wood carving. Oh, Ben's studio on the lake. I don't know why, but maybe it was a dream because all I do is think wood carving. I'm a freak. But I said on one of my videos that Ben said don't use red pen, but he says no. He never said don't use red pen. So I really don't know where that came from. Anyways, just must be I don't know. Just dreaming about wood carving and been given lessons on YouTube saying, I don't know. I just don't know, Ben. I don't have an answer, okay? I don't have an answer. So my eagle heads kind of look like Thunderbirds too. I don't care. I do want to try and get better at eagle heads, but this, whatever. You know, so here's an eagle head. Looks more like a Thunderbird, but I think Thunderbirds are cool. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out one of those Chinese burs. One of these, not this one, but a smaller one. These are in my Amazon store, okay? I'm going to pull out one of these. These are really good for cutting hardwood, but they don't stay sharp for too long. If you can find a way to sharpen them, use your dremel or whatever, I suggest do it because they come super sharp out of the box, but they don't stay sharp for long. So you sharpen. I don't know if you want to do the forged and fire thing, dip them, heating them up and then dipping them in oil to make them stronger, whatever. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut on the outside of this eagle. I think I'm good with that shape. Okay, I could have put it up a bit more up here, but that's okay. Maybe we can carve a moon up here or something. But I'm going to cut on the outside of this line and then remove all the wood so the eagle head sticks out more. So once again, I know I repeat myself, I'm going to cut on all the outside here. Okay, and then remove all the wood on the outside of the eagle head to make this eagle head really pop out. I might do a time lapse, I'm not too sure. Look at how many of these Chinese cutters I got. Oh yeah, I'm a lucky man. Okay, so that was about 5 minutes, 6 minutes carving. I made his beak too small. Now it's a falcon. You know, because I tried to, once I had it drawn out, I tried to adjust and I was going to give it an open mouth like it's screaming, a screaming eagle or Thunderbird. But then that's what I get for, changing it up. But this is just to show you guys, just help you open up your imagination. So let's see how I'm going to fix this. Like, let's take a look let's focus on this beak right now. You see there where its hook is? I'm going to put the camera back in the overhead. So let's see, let's get some better lighting here. So let's see how we can fix this beak. So it's facing this way. So maybe if we just, yeah, no. I think I'm going to have to carve deeper. Carve deeper means when you make a mistake, I still got this thickness of wood to carve. because, well, let's see here. Maybe I can connect this bottom lip. It's just, nobody's perfect. I'm far from perfect. Anyways, I'm going to try and fix this. I don't know if I'm not going to film, and I'll say to you guys what I did. If I got to carve deeper, carve this whole thing lower, well, then that's the bottom line. That's what I got to do. And I think I am going to put like a quarter moon here, like that. So I'll carve all this here deeper if I have to. If I can't, just take this beak down. See his bottom lip there? Just take it down and try and blend this together. But I think it's cut too deep inside here. It's a dodo bird. But we'll see. We'll try and fix it. I'll be back. Okay. So I think I might have saved it. But then again, his beak's just, the beak part's too thick. I'll detail it more later. Yeah, it doesn't really, it kind of resembles an eagle. It kind of doesn't. His point needs to be sharper down there, but I'm going to detail that later, and his beak might be a little bit too small at this point, but it's okay. You got to keep going. You can call it a falcon, spirit of the falcon, or spirit of the dodo bird, whatever you want to do. So now I want to talk about undercuts, okay? Because this background here, all this, so here's your moon I carved in. All this here, I don't know what I'm going to do, swoosh line, my Carving Fusion swoosh lines in here, but let me try and explain this the best I can. If you're going to, an undercut, I got this, once again, this cheap Amazon burr from China. It's got a 3-cutter on there. If you're going to, let me see here, let me see the pencil. If you're going to have lines come out here, your swoosh lines, or whatever kind of lines you want to call them, they can't just go right here. They can't stop against the eagle's bottom lip thing, because then it looks like they're going to ride up, right? So you got an undercut is I'm going to go underneath this whole eagle all the way around, even underneath the beak, all the way around the head. I'm going to cut underneath there, right? Get like on a 45 to make it look separated from this wood, from the background, this eagle, and you'll get shadows. Same with the moon. I got to undercut the moon here. I know this is just Mickey Mouse, and I'm just trying my best to explain to you. So I got to undercut this moon here. And then after, it's not just simple as an undercut, because once I get this bird here and undercut this moon to make it seems like it's not attached to this wood, then I got to remove more of this wood away, because you don't want to get that undercut bump in there. It's best to set up for your final carving, you know. So like this is still blocking out. I'm going to undercut here. Then you're going to have a crazy bump there from the undercut. Then you got to remove that, and you got to blend it all in here and make it smooth. Don't make it seem like there's a bump there from your undercut, right? Does that make sense? So I'm going to do it, the undercut, quickly. I'll just do real time. My fan's going to be going, and then I'll show you about smoothing it out. I'll use a different burr than this cutter. This isn't good for bulking wood. This is good for cutting your stops and starts, and this is good for maybe some little details, or cutting out your initial block out, and then get a different burr to do the removing of the wood. This is not that good for removing of wood, in my opinion. Okay, so I got it set up so there's good shadows on this moon. So let's do the moon, and I'll do the bird on my own time. See why that's not very good for cutting? Because I'm cutting it up the stairs. Okay, so now you can see a shadow under there. Let's cut deep. Okay, let's stop this. See how deep it is underneath there? Now you got that bump. Now I got to remove lots of this wood, okay? So what I'm going to do with that is, first of all, let's see here. Where'd I put it? Oh boy, totally out of it. I got this Kutzall taper burr. This is just the silver one, the normal one. And I'm going to smoothen this all out. Okay, I'll press pause. Okay, so I got the taper burr put in. Now just take your time. There, now when you look at that moon head on, there's not an obvious bump there. It's just something that annoys me when I see. So just take your time removing the wood, the background wood from the object that's supposed to stick off. Now it looks like it's not attached to the main piece. Okay, so I undercut the bird too. Now, you see this bump in here? See how it's bumpy like that? Now you can tell there's been a cut here and a cut there, and you just got a bump in there. So I want to smooth this out to make it not look like a cut bump in the middle. Does that make sense? I got to take that bump down in the middle. And also, see, maybe you can see it better here. See that? Right where tip of my finger is. Now I'll pull it back. I got to take all that down. Get rid of that cut line. And take this down too. Okay, so this is not going quite as planned. But you can see the shadows there from the undercuts and how I could take those lines, these swoosh lines or whatever, going up and underneath the eagle. Same with the moon. The moon's just, I don't care. I'm not going to shape it perfect. It's a friggin' Geordie carving. Nothing's perfect. You know, so now, what really screwed me up with this eagle, if I didn't follow, okay, start over, Geordie. What screwed me up with this eagle is I didn't follow my original drawing, and I tried to do an open beak, and that's how I started screwing up the beak and all that stuff. But you can see there it's pointy now, and it's more like a Thunderbird again. So now I'm going to carve the eye. I'm not going to get into it, but I'll kind of show you what Ryan Cook taught me. Okay. You know, I could always do my typical abalone eye, but I want to try and do this. So his eyes, this eagle eye is going to be facing this way. So all you do is do a straight line here, and then you go like this. So it's hard for me, but you see, so his pupil is going to be facing this way. So I'm going to cut deep along this eye and then round this off inside here. So it's tapered down towards the background. So this will be the high point of the eye, and the low point will be down here. And it'll just be rounded off like a little, kind of like, let's see here. Find the proper burr. Right here. It will kind of be the shape of this. And then the pupil will be right on the top here. Like this right here. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. And then I'll round it out inside the top of the pupil. Okay, so then I put this little line on the beak and his breather hole. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go along. I got this aluminum cutter. I use this for beard hairs on wood spirit sometimes. You guys get these aluminum cutters. They come in sets of 10 like this on Amazon for like 20 bucks. These are awesome burrs. I just did the video on hardwood. These work great for hardwood. But I'm going to do some feathers, some little tiny beard. I don't know if they're feathers or whatever they are. Bird fur. Okay, you guys can see that? See how I did the eyebrows? Like he's blowing in the wind. Okay, here's a cheap Amazon wood burner. it's pretty good. It's working pretty good for me. You get this in my Amazon store too. Let's give some details in the eyes. Give some detail under here too. Getting these wood burners really steps up your carving game too. Burn that breathe hole. Actually, let's do in back here darker. So there's his eye. That line here. The beak line. Underneath the beak and the bottom lip. See the undercut I already got in there? Don't forget to sign your pieces. All right, we got some special dollar store acrylic paint here. Special Carving Fusion paint tray. And Carving Fusion paintbrush. Brian Moore sent me money to buy some. So we're going to paint these eagles. There's eagle hairs, feathers, black. Because, well, that's what the color they are. I realized that that one that I did when I was carving at Ryan Cook's shop there, it looked more recognizable as a bald eagle once I painted it black. So that's a good tip too. And let's do here too. I'm not going to put this on perfect. I really don't care. I'll scuff it up after. Okay, so I'll get this painted on black, and then we'll scuff it up, and then we'll see. Oh, I'm going to paint this moon red too. Okay, I got this little butane torch. Give it some little bit of a wood burning around the deep spots. Kind of hit here. It looks super funny right now, but hopefully when we're finished it won't look so funny. So we'll do this. I like to burn my red paint so it kind of looks a bit native. And then I'll do all the wood burning. Come on, get in there. I wish I had my bigger torch here. I'll probably do lots of wood burning on this one actually. Then I'll end up hitting it with the flap sander. Okay, so I'll come back when I hit it with the flap sander. Okay, so some of you might be thinking this looks like a piece of junk right now. Well, because I kind of do. What I'm going to do now is hit it with this sanding mandrel. I'm not going to film that because it's going to be lots and there's going to be dust everywhere. And I'm going to put my dust mask on, and so let's just do this. Abra, cadabra, or no, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. All right, so some things just don't turn out as planned. So like I said from the beginning of this video, this carving was more for motivation to get you guys to try new things for the very beginners. This eagle doesn't really look like an eagle. It looks more like a Thunderbird. So here's a perfect example. When I first started filming, I said that I'm going to title this video Spirit of the Eagle. But once I said it's not an eagle anymore, it's more of a Thunderbird. So now I'm naming it the Spirit of the Thunderbird. Yep. I think it's neat. It's different. It's whatever. It's not my favorite. It's not my least favorite, but it's something different. And you can see these lines here, like the ones that come down. I kind of made these, that's the sun and or moon, and those are the rays of the moon, but I made it like pretend he's flying super up to the moon, and then you get these lines down here, so those are wind lines that are coming off his face. that makes any sense. They're interrupting the moon lines. But anyways, just let you guys open up your imagination. Have a good time. Don't be intimidated by seeing other people's wicked. I see carvers that have been carving for a month or two that's far better than mine. I'm not intimidated. I just don't really give a shit. So there you go. Spirit of the Thunderbird. Carving Fusion. Over and out. Over and out.